Hey guys, today I'm going to be putting on a Strada Liner, where is it? Right there, oil cooler on my Yamaha Raider. Here's the Yamaha Raider with the nice stock seat rest, saddlebags, and the tack. I've already done a video on this tack project, and of course I added the bullet shield to it, and now we are going to do the oil cooler. Now here you can see the mounts already exist, which is here. Let's see if I can get a little light on that right there, and then the brackets right there. The problem is with these bikes is that this clutch line rather, has to come up and around out of the oil cooler's way. So what I did was, this line is different. It's a little bit shorter on the Yamaha Raider than it is on the Strada Liner, because the Strada Liners have larger bars. So what I did was I ordered the Strada Liner line, which has got the correct bend in it, and it should match up perfectly to this bike. And here's all the parts here. So you got to get this to replace the stock Yamaha Raider that has a line on it with these lines. Now all the stuff I got on eBay mostly, and the oil cooler came with that bracket. Make sure it comes with that. I cleaned out all the fins. If you can see, I opened them up, make sure there was no blockages. And here are the bolts and washers that attach that to the frame that goes there. Here are some Allen screws. They're just these 16 mils. You can get them at Home Depot. And here are the washers that go in the oil. I don't even know what the hell that thing is called, but that goes on the back here. So you need two. I got two extra. So I'm going to put two new O-rings in there rather. I got new O-rings for here, which are these. Okay, so that's it. That's all we're going to do right now. When I set it up, I will put the video together, see how it's mating out, any problems I've had, and hopefully it'll go well. I can't think of anything I'm missing except maybe that clutch line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change out this with a braided line at the correct length. So put a new mating surface in there and then braid it in line up to the clutch lever. But just to get it started and tested, I'm going to do that. Okay, so hey, part of the Raider project here, we're putting on the oil cooler that we did from a Strada Liner. So far that's in place. I've discovered something on the airbox, which is, let's see if I get that right. Notice how this cover has that valve, I guess a distribution plastic piece right there. Right there. And that's taking in the air from the airbox, rather it's going from the PCV valve, which is, well, I don't know if it's a valve, but it's right there. It's right there. Let me get a better view on that. So this is what's putting your crankcase into the airbox. It's taking out these oil fumes and putting it in here. So I noticed that my spark plugs, when I took them off, two of the plugs, now the problem is I can't confirm which cylinders they came from, but two of the plugs were darker, meaning I was probably burning more of the oil. And I looked over at the airbox and I noticed that this top one had more oil around the edge. So whatever way that distribution hose there isn't doing a good job of dispersing the vented air from the crankcase evenly. So thus one cylinder is probably burning cooler from the oil being introduced into it. So I'm confirmed. I've gone to an oil catch can, which I'm going to put in. And basically, I just bought some vacuum hose. So I just bought some vacuum hose. It's 3/8 hose. I'm going to connect it here. Okay, I'm going to connect it here. Then I'm going to drop the hose down the side and mount a catch can, which I've ordered. I'm going to probably mount it on a plate or something on the side here. But I think Groundpounder on our forum, he did a good job of mounting it. Did a really nice customization of that, which motivated me to do it too. So Groundpounder, thanks for your work. I ordered the same one. I got it for 54 bucks. I think it was on Amazon. I think I posted the link to it as well. If not, I'm going to put it on my video for the oil cooler project. But what's interesting about the oil cooler project is what I'm discovering here as well. An oil catch can probably would be beneficial. And I've noticed it on my Mazda 3. I was just taking off the intake hose, and all of a sudden I looked at it and said, Jesus, I just cleaned this thing. It's already gunked up. I can't imagine the oil that's inside that engine. And when I looked on some more videos on YouTube, I saw plenty of videos of how bad those valves get gunked up from the positive crankcase ventilation. So I'm going to put a catch can, oil catch can on my car as well. So this is just another step in the process. We're almost done. We've got the pipes back on, and I got some new gaskets for this that we put on here. I had to put new copper gasket here and here, of course, and here, of course. So that looks pretty good. I adjusted my belt while it was off. I adjusted while the pipes were off. I tightened up the slack on the belt. And now it's just basically putting it together. But once my catch can comes tomorrow, I'm just going to leave this hose hanging off the side. I'm going to connect it here now so I can put it back together. And then when my catch can comes, I'm going to add that tomorrow. It's going to come tomorrow in the mail. It was pretty fast, but 54 bucks for a decent catch can. It's actually for a Harley bike, but it'll work fine on this bike, as Groundpounder had showed us. So I just wanted to update the video to make sure I noticed some of these observations about the oil getting into the airbox rather, and that it really confirms for me a catch can probably is going to do better. I did replace the spark plugs with the iridium plugs as well. Those are the original plugs at 14,000 miles, and that's it for now. I'm going to get back together, get going on the project here. I'm going to finish the upper part of the bike. And by the way, I don't know if people have seen this. Somebody else was asking a question about the California air canister, which is here. I'm taking mine off to test it. It could be bad. So, the hoses that people were asking for connects. This is the vent hose on the gas tank. That hose is this hose. So people are asking, what hose do we need to plug? It's this hose. And I'm basically going to leave it. This is the one that you plug, the other hose. This is the hose that you plug, the other one. That one is going here. That one is going here. So you plug that hose. I'm basically going to leave it on the bike and just tuck it in here and cap that end. The vent hose for here, you just trace it back. The vent hose goes here, goes here, goes here, here, and it ends here. It ends here. So there's no need to cap that one. You can leave that be so it properly vents the tank. If you see anything wrong I've done here, just pop a comment, let me know your views on that. But so far, people were asking me, why did I want to put an oil cooler on it? The Raider is made to be cooled through the vent, and the way the oil is distributed on the reserve tanks. Well, I live in California, and I was doing some CHP training, and my bike overheated, meaning like it was hard to start, it was chugging, so I had to shut it down and let it cool off. And that kind of made me say, you know, it might be worth putting an oil cooler on here. It's a lot hotter out here at times. People maybe on the East Coast wouldn't have to do it, because it's, you know, you're not getting 100, 110 degrees like we are out here in California. So that's why I'm doing it. Good discoveries on the way. We will make some adaptations to this as we move forward, and I'll keep you posted. All right, bye. All right, guys, so here we go. So we got the bike together, except we changed the oil, and I'm going to be adding a a little more oil to the engine, but I just warmed it up a little bit. So let's start her up. Starts right up real nice, and we got lucky because we got no leaks. Controller. Plugged our hose right here, so she's all plugged up. So it's looking pretty. It sounds pretty good. Final touches on it, clean it up, put it back together. So far the oil cool project is a go. Looks good, no leaks. But you know how that is once you're right on the road. So we're just gonna button the rest up, and once I get my oil catch can, I'll put that on the other side, and then we'll come back and update you on that. Thanks.